What's up athletes, welcome back to this channel. In this video today I'm going to show one of the best tools to improve in calisthenics, which is going to be the resistance bands. Alright, there is very different ways to use the resistance bands to improve in your calisthenics journey. Today I'm just going to show you 3 ways that I've used that improved my calisthenics journey and helped me achieve skills like the planche, like the iron cross, like the touch front lever, and many other different skills. First and foremost, you can see that many calisthenics athletes, even the top elite level, are using this type of tool, the resistance band, to improve in their calisthenics journey. And actually, you can find those in every sports store. Alright, just try to have at least 3 different sizes, which means that I have one which is very light and another one which is quite medium and one which is quite heavy. You should get at least 3 types of resistance bands because there are various ways to use them and each one of them. As I said earlier, there are 3 main ways to use the resistance bands in calisthenics to improve in your calisthenics journey. I'm going to show you all of the 3 ways with examples, so stay till the end of the video. The last way is the most important one, which I use to achieve the most advanced skills in calisthenics. So those of you who have watched my vlogs know that I'm using the bands in the warm-up. That is the first way to use the bands. So I'm just putting them, it doesn't matter where to put, and what it helps you is just going to do the same movement as your calisthenics skills. If you want to achieve, for example, the front lever pull-ups or the front lever touch, or maybe you can even use it for your planche gains, for example, planche push-ups, or maybe Maltese, 2 planche. Everything about those skills you can do in the same way with the bands. Alright, I'm using them also not only with these types of warm-ups, but just for some circles. I use them for just more resistance and to put some more weight on my muscles. As you can understand, in my warm-ups I'm mostly using the light band and the medium one. Alright, but the second way to use resistance bands is for just strengthening exercises. For this type of way, I'm using the heavy band, which is the most thick one, and what I'm doing is just regular gym exercises, alright, that you can do with dumbbells or with barbell, and I'm doing it with the heavy band. For example, you can just put your legs underneath and go with the bicep curls, alright, or you can go with shoulder press, and you can even go with, for example, dumbbell rows. Alright, all of these exercises are working on your muscles, they are strengthening them, and for that you can be more strong and get more hypertrophy from these types of exercises. But remember, you can't achieve skills with these types of exercises. You have to do some specific work to get better at skills, which is going to be the 3rd way to improve in calisthenics with the bands. Just before moving on to the 3rd topic, which is the most important one, which I've used to get all my calisthenics skills, I want to address the 2nd topic. First of all, in the strengthening exercises, what you get the most is hypertrophy. Alright, your muscles get bigger, like I got my bicep right here, and when the muscle is bigger, it can generate more force and be stronger. Alright, so as your muscles get strong, your potential to get skills in calisthenics is bigger, but you have to do some specific work. Alright, even if I go with the bands and I'm doing, for example, triceps extensions, alright, my tricep will get bigger, but its potential to get stronger is going to get even higher. But of course, if I want to achieve, for example, impossible dip, which works a lot on the tricep, I will have to do some specific work for the impossible dip. Alright, same with, I don't know, for example, the bicep curls, which I showed you earlier. If I'm doing bicep curls with the bands, my bicep will get bigger, but if I want to get the affesto, for example, which is mostly bicep exercise, I will have to work on the affesto specifically for the movement. Alright, just wanted to address this because this is a big mistake that some calisthenics athletes are doing. So just before moving on to the third way of using bands, which is the most important one, which helped me achieve all the skills that I've done in the past, I want you to just know that in my Instagram account, which is right here, alright, this is the name, or in the link down below in the description, you can see that I'm using the bands on a regular basis on my stories, and you can see also in my highlights that I'm using the bands. I also did some reels about how to use the bands and what is so important about them for the static skills, which is the third way. So I really recommend to just follow on my Instagram account. I share there even more knowledge about my training, about my nutrition advice, and everything there is just exclusive. So go for my Instagram, link in the description. And for the third way of how to use the bands in calisthenics is going to be to achieve static skills. Alright, bands are going to reduce your body weight if you put them in the right way, and it can just be as a progression for your calisthenics goals. Alright, for example, if I want to achieve the full planche and I've already got the straddle and I want to reduce the gap between the straddle and full planche, I can go with full planche with bands. Alright, just holding the full planche with band underneath my hip. I will show you everything right now. First of all, you will have to get something like this, maybe from the ceiling or just a pull-up bar to put the bands. Alright, and right now we'll move on to the tutorial. So we'll show examples on the most iconic skills which you probably want to learn, which is the front lever and the planche. What I'm just going to do after I put the bands from above, I'm going to put them on my waist, just like that. Alright, and I will do the skill. For example, if I right now in straddle planche, I can hold it for at least 5 to 10 seconds, but I can't even hold a full planche. I can go to full planche with bands, just like that. Right, no warm-up for it, it's quite easy for me right now. And it will reduce your body weight, which means that it will give you some assistance, and the gap between straddle and full is just going to be where it is right now, which is full planche with the bands. That's it for the planche. For the front lever, it is exactly the same. I'm going to put the bands underneath my hip and I will do a front lever. So, taking the bands from above, putting it under my hip, and if I can, for example, know the front lever but can't do the full one, I will do it with bands. So one of the most common mistakes that calisthenics athletes are doing when using the bands for static skills, first of all, it should be for static skills. If you're doing a dynamic movement with the band, the elasticity of the band will just help you too much. For example, it is not recommended to use the bands to work on your planche push-ups or the front lever pull-ups. It should be for static skills when you are static, alright, like the front lever or the planche, Maltese, iron cross. That's about the first mistake. The second mistake that most calisthenics athletes are doing, they are putting the bands not in the center of mass, alright, which is most of the time the hip or maybe a little bit above, like the belly button, but they're putting it under the legs. That means that the band is giving them too much assistance and it's not close to the feeling of the same calisthenics skills. Alright, and what I'm going to address right now is the third topic about calisthenics skills with the bands, and this is going to be the resistance that they are giving you. Alright, the medium band is giving you about 8 to 10 kg of assistance. Alright, so if you are between straddle and full, as I said earlier, I recommend to just go with this medium band and just go for the full planche. Alright, if you are very very close to the full planche, you can go with the light band, which is only about 3 to 5 kg of assistance. It's like a mental band, alright? So when I'm putting it, when I'm putting it and I'm doing the full planche, it feels almost like the regular skill. So this bend is very good if you are very close to the skill, but you still want to get some buffer and some seconds in reserve. As you can understand, when you can hit a really good hold with the light bend, which is only 3 to 5 kg of assistance, you can just go for the full plunge, just like that. Max hour if you're doing it mid-tutorial. So that's about it. That is the third way. It's the most important one of how to use the bends in calisthenics. So that's the end of the video. We've covered a lot of stuff on how to use the bends in calisthenics. First of all, the first way for the warm-up, second for the strengthening exercises, and the third one, which is again the most important, to achieve static skills. I just know that you've learned something new from this video, so if you did, just drop in the comments what you've learned, and of course like and subscribe to this channel. If you want to get more knowledge about calisthenics like you got in this video right here, subscribe, hit the bell so you don't miss any videos. I'm doing a new video every Sunday, so just subscribe, like and share it with your calisthenics athletes friends if you want to show them more knowledge about this stuff. See you in the next videos.